Hello, Your Excellencies. My name is Femi Adedoyin, and I'm your host for Life Affairs. Life Affairs is about family. We talk about relationship. We talk about marriage. We talk about parenting. We talk about finance. We talk about leadership, self-development. And because you're a part of a family, then Life Affairs is about you. I'm a family life coach and a sex recovery therapist. And today on this show, I will be talking about before you start a relationship. You know, a lot of people treat relationship like epilepsy. They think some people cannot even be single for 30 seconds. The moment they are ending a relationship, they are starting another one. The moment a relationship comes to an end, they are starting another without asking themselves what really happened in the past relationship, without asking themselves what really went wrong in the last relationship. See, relationship doesn't change the fact that if you are lonely as single, you'll be lonely even if you're married. You'll be lonely in relationship. Relationship does not stop loneliness. Relationship does not stop you from being lonely. So quit looking for someone to make you happy where you can find happiness within. If happiness does not happen within, it cannot happen without. You cannot be looking for love in someone else if you don't have love for yourself. So you first love yourself before you love someone else. So before you start a relationship, I'll give you 4 things that you can do, and perhaps 5 that you can do before you start a relationship. Number 1, you have to discover God. God discovery is the key to self-discovery. Without discovering God, you don't have business in starting a relationship. Because if you do not know God, you will not even understand the paradigm and the process where your life is tilted towards to. So you have to discover God before you think of starting a relationship. A relationship with God is not what your pastor told you about God. It's not what your imam told you about God. It's not what someone or a mighty being somewhere told you about God. A relationship with God is a personal relationship. It's a one-on-one communion. It's a one-on-one discussion, seeking and finding God for yourself. That is a relationship with God. So number 2, before you start a relationship, you have to discover yourself. Who are you? Ask yourself this question. Who am I? Until you know who you are, your life will not be transformed. Until you know who you are, you don't have business in relationship. Until you know who you are, you don't even understand the concept of why you're on earth. Until you know who you are, you will struggle in life. People that struggle through life are people with little or no information about who they really are. Your purpose in life, your relationship in life, everything you want to do in life must sync to who you are. So what do you do daily? Have you even understand the concept of your being on earth? Are you living or you are existing? Who are you? Ask yourself this question. I asked myself this question many years ago. I asked myself, Matthew, who are you? Until I understand who I am. I was just living life in a circle. I was just turning around. If you do not know who you are, you're going to sleep with anything. If you don't know who you are, you're going to sleep with dogs. If you don't know who you are going to just allow anybody come into your life and disrupt or destroy your life. Who are you? Until you know who you are, you will allow anybody walk into your life and walk out halfway. So who are you? Is the next question you should ask yourself before you start a relationship. And who you are will not be determined by some other person. It's going to be determined by you. You define who you are. You define what you want. You define where you're going in life. Until you have this definition of self, by seeking God, you cannot find who you are. Until you seek God, you cannot find who you are. So seek God, number 1. Then number 2, discover who you are. Number 3, discover purpose. What's your purpose on earth? Why are you on earth? Why are you here? What are you doing here? What's your input on earth? Until you find purpose that will align creation to its creator, then you don't have any business relationship. Until you have a future, you don't need a future partner. Until the questions of purpose are critically analyzed, you don't have business in dragging somebody along with you. Until you understand purpose, you don't need relationship. Before God gave man wife, he gave him purpose. What is your purpose on earth? Why are you on earth? What are you here to do? What's your contribution to humanity? What is your contribution to the world? Until you find all these things, you don't need a wife. Until you understand these things, You don't need to drag people. And in fact, if you understand your purpose, it will even determine whether you need to get married or not. Your purpose will determine whether you need children or not. Until you find purpose, you don't know all these things. You don't need wife. Until you find purpose, you don't need to be producing children. One day I was asking myself, actually I was making research on fatherhood, and I posted on social media. I said, why would I want to bring children to this world when I will be so busy traveling all over the world fulfilling purpose? And it's a question that I travel a lot, and I will travel in years to come. So why do I want to bring children to this world when I know I will not be available to be their father? That was the question. I was making a research on fatherhood, and I threw this question on social media. I got a lot of response that will be coming out soon in one of my audio messages on my book. So find purpose. Number 1, discover God. Number 2, discover yourself. Number 3, discover purpose. Number 4, you need to develop your value. What are your values? See, your values determine your behaviors. Your value determines your character. Your value is a navigator on how you walk past in this life. If you do not know your value, you will not know what you want. So the first question you should ask yourself before you start a relationship, what do I want in a relationship? If you do not know what you want in a relationship, it's a problem to the person you want to date, it's a problem to you. If you don't know what you want in a relationship, that's why you will seek 5 years, 7 years to seek God's face before you tell the guy yes. If you don't know what you want in a relationship, that's why you spend months in seeking God's face to say yes. See, by the time you know what you want in a relationship, it is easier to identify the man. It is easier to identify the woman. When the man comes or when the woman comes, if you know what you want, you will understand. There will be a witness within your spirit, within your mind, within your subconscious. There will be an alignment in your conscious and subconscious mind to say, this is what I want in a relationship. Then you begin to gravitate towards getting to know the person better. So what do you want in a relationship? Your values will help you understand what you want. Until you see there's an alignment in your value and the value of whatever you want to go in a relationship with, you do not have to start that relationship. Alignment in value is very critical. Until you understand your value, that is when you know what you want. Until you know your values, that is when you know what you want. Until you have built your value with integrity, that is when you know what you want. Your values may be different from another man's value. If your value is money, money comes first in your value, and another person's value, love comes first, there's already clash there. That means the person must be rich for you to get married to the person, or the person must be loving before you get married to the person. So there must be an alignment in value. Until you know what you want, you'll be able to streamline the kind of person you want to date and why you want to date or marry the person. Then finally, number 5, develop good character. Character is everything. Character is everything. Character is everything. I cannot overemphasize that. Character is everything. If you know you are prepared to get married, then develop character towards that. And you develop characters towards that by learning about the rudiment of marriage. We don't prepare in marriage, we prepare for marriage. We don't prepare in a relationship, we prepare for a relationship. We learn as we go on. We learn, like I said in one of my of this, I think we live in a complex time, and nothing is enough. You need to keep equipping yourself with skills, with knowledge, with learnings, because all you know is all you have learned. But all you have learned is not all there is to know. There is more to know in this world. Every day there are new awareness, there are new realities. Until you understand this, you don't know, you would think you know everything. There's so much to know in this world that everything you know must be nothing. You begin to ask yourself, if you want to improve a man, if you want to improve a woman, if you want to start a relationship, these are very, very critical. You have to discover God, you have to discover yourself, you have to discover your purpose, you have to develop your value, and you have to develop good character. Character is everything. Character is important before you start a relationship. Character on how to be a man, on how to be a husband, on how to be a woman, on how to be a wife, on how to be a parent. Until you understand all these things, you don't need a relationship. You should not drag anybody into your life, because if you start the relationship joyfully, you may end up mournfully. I think I should stop here today. This is Life Affairs with Matthew Femi Adedoyin, and I'm glad to be your host. Thank you for your suggestion all the time, for your feedback, for your comments, for your questions. I hope we are serving you the way you want to be served. And I hope you are enjoying this series as it comes by the way. Like I always say, you can follow us on our social media platform, you can subscribe, and you know that we are family already. and it's a privilege to have met you through this platform. You really, really matter to me. Thank you.